Hello. So, welcome to our soul illumination meditation today. Thank you to everyone who's joining. Excited to be here with you. And I'm excited to share a practice today that is quite a powerful practice. So, again, we'll be doing our seated meditation today. And this practice is called Tonglen. And I'll spell it because it's a word that I know I wasn't familiar with until I learned this practice. It's Tonglen, Tonglen. And Tonglen is a Buddhist meditation practice of loving kindness. And I found that it's particularly powerful. I think it's always a powerful practice, to be honest, but it's particularly resonant right now during this time of what we're experiencing in our world. And so the Tonglen practice is about cultivating what in Buddhism is called the bodhicitta. The bodhicitta is the courageous heart. So the practice of cultivating a courageous heart actually invites us to experience pain and suffering and to feel whatever pain or suffering we might be feeling in our own bodies, and feel any pain or suffering that loved ones might be experiencing or people in our world might be experiencing. And the reason that this practice is cultivating a courageous heart is we're actually increasing our ability to feel not just the good emotions that we label as, like, the things that we want to be feeling, the things that we see as good, uh, but this is a practice of actually being able to be with both, be with the shadow and be with the light of our human experience and of the human experiences around us. So cultivating a courageous heart actually allows us to be more present, not only with ourselves, but with the people in our lives. And it's interestingly, a very simple practice. So what we're going to be doing today is inhaling. And on the inhale, we're going to be inviting in any feelings or awareness of uh, pain or suffering or shadow, struggle within ourselves or in our world. And then on the exhale, we're going to be releasing love and compassion, connection, ease, healing, stillness, and peace. And so, what we want to be aware of is this isn't just a cerebral, intellectual exercise of imagining pain and imagining love and compassion, but we want to actually invite the heart to open up and to feel. And so, if you're new to this practice, uh, I would invite you to just explore the inhale and the exhale. And that's really the core essence of what we're observing. Is we're noticing the inhale, we're going to be noticing the exhale. And then we'll kind of layer in. As you inhale, we'll invite in just an awareness of pain or suffering that is in our world or in yourself or in maybe the life of a loved one right now. And then we'll exhale, we'll actually extend peace and ease to ourselves, to the world, and or to that loved one. And what this actually allows us to do is be fluid between both aspects of our humanity. So we can actually feel the fullness of discomfort, and we can feel the fullness of ease and love in the same breath, in the inhale followed by the exhale. And so we can actually be in both. Um, so before we begin, I just want to read a quote from The Wisdom of No Escape by Pema Chödrön. And this is where I learned this practice. And the quote says, "Working with obstacles is life's journey. The warrior is always coming up against dragons. Of course, the warrior gets scared, particularly before the battle. It's frightening. But with a shaky, tender heart, the warrior realizes that he or she is just about to step into the unknown and then goes forth to meet the dragon. The warrior realizes that the dragon is nothing but unfinished business presenting itself, and that it's fear that really needs to be worked with. The dragon is just a motion picture that appears there, And it appears in many forms: as the lover who jilted us, as the parent who never loved us enough, as someone who abused us. Basically, what we work with is our fear and our holding back, which are not necessarily obstacles. The only obstacle is ignorance, the refusal to look at our unfinished business. So, the courageous heart, the bodhicitta, is what we're cultivating here. And so let's begin. We're going to start off by bringing our pointer fingers and our middle fingers, and we're going to come to touch the ground on either side of the hips. So we want to begin with grounding here. If it's comfortable for you now, you can close your eyes and feel this triangle between the hands and the top of the skull. Noticing the pointer finger and the middle finger touching the ground underneath you. Noticing the fingers on the ground, noticing the pelvis on the ground, and feeling the skull lifting up into the air. So there's this triangular shape. And let's all take a deep inhale together. And exhale to release. As you inhale, imagine you're receiving the breath through the fingers, through the arms, to the top of the skull. And as you're exhaling, press down through the arms, through the fingers, back into the earth. Inhaling once more, receiving the breath through the ground, through the fingers, to the top of the skull. And exhaling to soften and release, letting the jaw go, letting any tension release. And so we'll repeat now the mantra LAM, LAM, which is a grounding root chakra mantra to connect to the earth, to ground as we begin this practice. So just repeating in your own mind, in your own heart, in your own body, the vibration of LAM, 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 LAM. And then releasing this mantra, releasing the fingers from the ground. And we'll bring now the non-dominant hand onto the chest, right onto the heart. And then the dominant hand on top of that one. So you're holding your heart. And just begin to notice the breath. Notice how the inhale lifts the chest upward into the hands. Notice how the exhale allows the hands to soften into the chest. And bringing your attention, your awareness, and your breath to this heart space and considering, imagining the power of this tender, courageous heart. And checking in with your willingness to tap into and tune into the tenderness of the heart. Sensing that this gesture of the hands on the heart is an invitation for the heart to be grounded, supported, safe, as you begin to explore the capacity of the heart to feel the fullness of human emotion, feeling the courageous nature of feeling the tender heart. Inviting in now the perspective and the quality of energy of gentleness, just feeling this gentle commitment to show up with kindness and care as you move through this practice. And then, very slowly, when you feel ready, we'll bring the palms now to face up on the thighs or the knees in a gesture of receptivity. Continuing to feel in the palm of each hand this energy of your heart. And we'll begin to now bring the awareness to the inhale and then to the exhale. And just notice the natural pace of the breath. You don't need to shape the breath here, but just observe the body breathing. And in whatever way feels appropriate for you, inhaling to feel the tenderness of the heart, any shadow or pain or suffering, confusion. And on the exhale, offering the vibration of peace and ease, of loving kindness, compassion. Having the courage to feel both qualities. And we'll sit in stillness together now, exploring this capacity of the heart to feel its tenderness on the inhale and to offer love on the exhale. And if you notice the mind wandering or any avoidance, just gently and kindly bring yourself back to the practice of witnessing. Noticing the capacity of your heart to feel suffering and to courageously transmute it into light and compassion. Noticing the next exhale as it leaves the body, completely letting go. Take a deep inhale into the belly and the heart space. And exhale, feel for a sigh of relief, letting go. Begin to wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers. And we'll inhale to reach the arms up overhead, taking a big stretch upward. And exhale to bring the hands right to the center of the chest, palms press, resting the thumb on the sternum, lifting the sternum up into the thumbs. Feel a sense of length through the spine, feel a sense of width through the shoulders and the elbows. And bringing the awareness to the ground underneath the body, feeling the seat underneath. Feeling a sense of gratitude for the ability of the body to sit safely in this space. Bringing the awareness to the energy above the body, the air and the sky above the skull, in gratitude for this natural impulse we have to lengthen and grow and know something higher and beyond. And bring the awareness to the back of the body, in gratitude for everything and everyone that's come before this moment now. And bringing the awareness to the front of the body in gratitude for all of the possibility and potential that lies on the road ahead, leaning in. And bring the awareness to the right half of the body in gratitude for the energy of Father and Fire and Sun. And bring the awareness to the left half of the body in gratitude for the energy of Mother and Water and Moon. And then let's take a deep inhale into the down, the up, the back, the front, the right, the left, inhaling all around the body. And then exhaling, bowing the chin to the chest, linking the head towards the heart in gratitude for the wisdom and intelligence, the soul that lives beneath the surface of this body, that lives within the heart. May the peace and courage that we've cultivated internally in our hearts be extended externally as a vibration and intention for peace and courage, not only within ourselves, but within our relationships, our communities, and in our world. And let's take a deep inhale into the whole body, fill the whole body with breath. And exhaling, extending it out, releasing and letting go. Thank you all so much for joining me for this practice. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, welcome yourself back. And thank you so much. Thank you for being here with me. And I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.